welcome to a new episode of Review. Today we will take a closer look at a Bombardier CRJ-900 Next Gen in this Lufthansa Regional Eurowings hybrid livery. Why is it a hybrid? I will explain more about that later in this episode. But as always, we start off with the box, and here we can see on the front we have a very nice image of the aircraft itself, and then we have the Lufthansa Regional and the Eurowings branding, and of course we can also see that it's a limited edition. Then on the back side we have the image once more, then we have some additional information about the aircraft, and again we can see it's a limited edition. So that's it for the box. Let's take a closer look inside and at the aircraft model itself. And here she is, the Bombardier CRJ-900 Next Gen in this Lufthansa Regional Eurowings hybrid livery. Now, to understand this livery, we have to go back a bit into Lufthansa's history. Basically, Eurowings, once it was bought by Lufthansa, got integrated and was flying for Lufthansa Regional, just like, for example, Lufthansa CityLine today. Later, Eurowings got a different role within the Lufthansa Group. Today it is the main low-cost carrier that Lufthansa is forcing into the market. Now that meant that the CRJ-900s that were operated by Eurowings now were taken out of the Lufthansa regional fleet and were flying again under the Eurowings brand, however still in this hybrid livery. And they did so until very recently, when the last CRJ-900s of Eurowings were transferred back into Lufthansa Regional, now operated by Lufthansa CityLine. Now this was a decision by Lufthansa, as they decided to operate Eurowings exclusively with Airbus A320 family aircrafts. The CRJs were transferred to CityLine, which then replaced a few ERJ-195s, which were transferred from CityLine to Austrian Airlines. But let us take a closer look at the aircraft itself, and as always we start off with the tail section of the aircraft, and here we have on the vertical stabilizer this Lufthansa Regional branding, which is kind of an adaptation of the Lufthansa branding. Now this is due to an agreement between Lufthansa and the unions that Lufthansa is not allowed to fly any of the aircraft on the full Lufthansa branding or with Lufthansa insignia unless the pilots and the cabin crew are paid just like their colleagues in the Lufthansa main fleet. So this is why Lufthansa introduced this alternative branding for their Lufthansa regional fleet. Then also on the vertical stabilizer we have the last two letters of the registration code. On the fuselage then we have the full registration code and the German flag. If we then move from the back of the aircraft all the way to the front of the aircraft, and here we have the Eurowings branding, then we have the aircraft type specification and the name of the aircraft. If we then take a closer look at the cockpit, we can see here very nicely detailed, including the window wipers, and we do also have the emergency hatch just above the cockpit. From there we can then move to the wings here on the upper side, where we have some very nice details. Also on the underside it's not too bad at all, especially when you think how small this aircraft model actually is. And what is also very nice are of course the winglets, as we can see them right here. And then we have the engine nacelles, which we can take a quick look at, which is also very nicely detailed on the CRJ-900s from Herpa Wings. And then last but not least, we do of course also have the doors to the cargo compartment, as you can see right here. So all in all, I think it's a really nice aircraft. It's really well made. The print quality is excellent and it has a really good history. I think when you take a closer look at it, you can see how much the airline group of Lufthansa has changed and how much it's been moved around. Today you would still be able to find and see this aircraft and fly on it, but of course on the Lufthansa Regional brand, as I mentioned, operated by Lufthansa CityLine. And with that we have reached the end of today's episode. Now if you have enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, that would be very nice. Or if you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. And next week, Review will take a little break to make space for a new episode of my collection, where we'll take a closer look at all my narrow-body aircraft from the Lufthansa main fleet. Until then, I would like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.